Hello, and welcome to TK, Coach on the Rocks. Lovely to see you again. Today, I wanted to talk about something interesting that I think I've connected um, with two things that happened for me today. One is there's a lesson that we've learned a few years ago, which is, and you might share this lesson and the learning and the observation, which is if there's a difficult conversation that you need to convince someone, go back and forth, or it might get emotional, do not attempt to have it on WhatsApp as a text message or different text messaging platform. It just can get really messy. And we've learned it a few years ago. And of course, we forgot our lesson. So today we had a bit of a, let's say, text argument. And, as I said, you can easily resolve it on a very simple audio call, video call, or whatever, really. It took 2 minutes and it wasn't such a problem we all thought it was, the matter of the conversation. But it also coincided with me watching some YouTube creators, like there's a YouTube bassist, Davey504. I know it's silly, but hey, I've sometimes watched his content. And it was saying like how much hate he's getting. And there were other creators quitting YouTube recently. And even I myself have had some hate on LinkedIn underneath my video events, which I guess is a rite of passage. This is how I took it. But the interesting thing is, why do people do that? Why do people turn into keyboard warriors and start writing things they would never say to your face or even an image to your face on screen? What's making us do that? And I just think it's my theory is that it's the disassociation, and somehow our own insecurities are pointing out the worst assumptions that we're making about the other person, that we think they're making such difficult assumptions about us too, right? So this builds like this projection of a different person being really awful to us, despite that they might not have had this intention whatsoever. And, we just put this intention into these typed or, clicked text messages on the phone, which obviously don't have a lot of context in them, right? So that's an interesting one. But, it's also interesting how we like this aggression. I know, fine, okay, so, text violence can bring some entertainment to people doing that, but it's just so awful, right? And a lot of creators, a lot of people that, read comments because content creation is their livelihood are really hurting through it. And social media has really exposed us to it. So, as much as I value all kinds of feedback, it sometimes can be difficult when you feel like you can just punch someone with a comment. And there's so much of it going on right now, right? In traditional media, TV, or print, people were supposed to, respect the trait of journalism or being an anchor, right? There were some rules. Nowadays, we're possibly removing that. Where are we heading, right? And it's not that, I'm a conservative or anything, but if you are to post an angry comment or an angry message on Teams or WhatsApp or Discord or Slack or whatever wonderful technology we've invented, a technology that was designed to bring us together, closer, so we don't have to be at a particular place, so we can live our lives. It turned out that, there's a side effect to it, one that not many people have expected. Although, one would say that when you think about the art of writing letters, epistolography, I think that's what it's called, um, could have been foreseen. But it's probably a topic for another episode of Coach on the Rocks. Oh, by the way, before I leave, there is a leadership development webinar that we're hosting today on our Humble Associates profile about the missing piece of your leadership development program. So if you're watching me and you'd like to see some more, there's definitely a Coach on the Rocks tomorrow, but you might also be curious about what myself and Arif will have to say about leadership development today in the afternoon, 5 p.m. British time. Hope to see you there. Bye bye.